All right, Papa Team 6, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. I hope the ice is melted. Fellas, everybody out there listening outside of Nashville, generational ice storm.
Generational and
came through Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
But we'll be diving into some ice storm stories right now. Currently, our power is out. Our generator is working. Sherm, where are you at right now? I know your power came on last night.
Power came on last night. Our entire, Scarlett's entire baby, I'm completely blanking. All of our shit is in a hotel room right now.
Yeah, you're in a pet-friendly hotel right now.
Pet-friendly. So we will be moving out as soon as this commences and moving back into our house.
Chef's been grinding it out, I believe, with his old man, Deke, the Funkle. He's in the trenches. He's rationing like a stove, like for heat. Their power has been out. A lot to talk about. But if you're a new dad tuning in, this is a show for the dads by a couple dads with the little kiddos. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Sherm has a
6 going on
7-month-old.
Yes.
And it's just about being a dad, the highs and lows. We tell stories, being intentional as a father, fighting the little demon on your other shoulder, the selfish ways. And we just have fun with this show. 0%. We are not experts whatsoever. We just enjoy talking about fatherhood. Picture yourself pulled up in a garage, fire going, you got a few Ollie Pops and some beer, and you guys are just telling stories about parenthood where you laugh. You don't take it too seriously, but also you're also challenging yourself mentally to be a better version of yourself as a parent.
Yeah.
If you want to be a real Papa Team 6 member, we have a merch store, bwtb.com. That is where you can get all of our Papa Team 6 merch. For the dad stuff, Papa Team PT6 merch, Milk Team 6 merch, I believe is coming in stores very, very soon.
Come on.
And
some Valentine's Day.
Some Valentine's Day stuff coming out. We got a little V-Day drop coming out.
That drops on the 1st of February, officially. Our Valentine's Day drop.
Yes.
Boom.
If you're listening to us on audio, we're on all audio platforms. Make sure you're following, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon. We're on all of them. Video, if you're watching us right now on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. And even Spotify. Spotify now has... We upload the videos there on Spotify if you want to watch the boys. If you want to be featured on the show, we love to engage with the community a lot, whether it's in social comments, whether it's in a voicemail. We have a hotline, 601 The Dads. You can call in. You get featured on the show. We will send you free merch. If you are not able to call into the hotline or you simply don't want your voice to be heard and you want to write in, you can write into 601thedads@gmail.com through email. So a lot of different ways to engage with the show. We love reading comments. We love engaging with the fans. And hearing what PT6 has going on out there, but a lot to take in on today's sode.
Really good week for quote unquote fatherhood, for quote unquote
Indeed.
PT sickoing.
If you're a father, there's nothing like preparing for a storm.
Yeah.
There was an ice storm, a snowstorm at first headed for Nashville last week. We were supposed to get upwards of maybe 2 feet of snow. The European models and GFS models, whatever they are, the graphs shifted throughout the week to where now it seemed like we were going to get more ice than snow. We were hoping to get the warm nose. We were going to get a southward push to where we get more snow.
Yeah.
Because I know my old man right now in Missouri, they got more snow than they did ice. He's sending me photos about how the snow couldn't keep him out of the gym. My old man is all about worrying and preparing for storms. If there's potential black ice being out there, you bet your candy ass you're going to be getting texts. Hey, don't take this lightly. Take this seriously. There's black ice on the highways. It might not look like it's a bad situation, but ice. 2 things we don't mess with: celery and ice.
Yeah.
You don't fuck around with ice out there. And it was a bad one. I want to say NES. So the Nashville Electrical Service Company, NES, over 50% of NES was down from this ice storm.
It's crazy.
There was I want to say the highest I saw might have been 230,000 power outages in Nashville. They have about a little over 400,000 customers, but
under NES.
Under NES.
That's just NES numbers. So the numbers were maybe even in the 300,000 as far as estimates of like the greater Nashville area, which is crazy.
Yeah, got a lot of ice, dude. We got snow, maybe a couple inches on Saturday. And on Sunday, the temps were dropping and we started to get some sleet. And then weirdly, Sunday morning, it started to rain a little bit to where everything was slush, but you knew single digit temperatures were coming, more sleet was coming, and it just iced the entire city. It was wild. It was weird. If you are listening and you happen to be without power, like, dude, back in 2007, I know I talked about it last week with a couple of guys. We lost our power from an ice storm and we were without power for like a week.
Yeah.
And it is brutal, dude. So if you're without power, I know Derek, he's been without power for a few days.
Yeah.
Some spots in Nashville, I think, is going to be without power all week. I'm talking when you drive around. Fun story. If you follow me on social media, I went into Target. It looked like I broke into Target by how it was like a zombie apocalypse on Sunday. And just driving, trying to get to Target. There's massive trees uprooted, falling over on the roads, blocking the roads, power lines down. There's a power line down in my backyard that I believe was probably the fiber AT&T. I've been without internet, which thankfully that's been the only thing I've been out of because our power's out, but our generator is operating. I had to get that Genny going on Sunday morning. But yeah, dude, if you're without power, stay warm, man. Stay layered up. I hope the power kicks back on soon. I feel like Nashville's done an incredible job clearing out a lot of the carnage that is out there, and they've done a great job handling the roads with the ice and everything else, especially compared to like years past. Whenever it feels like Nashville gets stowed, it feels like everybody kind of just shuts down.
Yeah.
But stay warm, man. I hope our heart goes out to you. And also, like you said, big opportunities for fathers out there. I know everybody loved being a little too curious. Me getting out on the roads and be like, this is a bad move driving out on these roads right now with everything down, power lines kind of hanging. But you know how dads are.
You know, we get a little curious.
A little PT6 curiosity.
Yeah, let's go. I told Jill before I was taking her over to our friend's house, humongous shout out to Brian and Hillary Cox, our couple friends that took Scarlett and Jill in. They had power. But I told Jill, I said, hey, let me do a little recon around the neighborhood before we leave. You know, you're packing for Scarlett and you got Scarlett taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do a little recon. And I'm kind of glad I did because to your point, the war zone stuff, I'll get Jill to send you a bunch of videos, Chef. Our neighborhood was destroyed. It was reminiscent of like tornado damage.
Yeah, that's what people are comparing it. It's like tornado damage, but just with ice.
I've only seen tornado damage once in Texas and then once in Missouri. And it looked like a tornado came through.
Yeah.
Like it was wild.
We're sitting in our house at times where we're just like tree watching because you hear something go down and it's obviously quiet in the house.
Yeah.
You hear a tree go down and we just like run to the window and see which limb or which tree went down. We had a neighbor a couple houses down. Big tree falls on top of cars and on their house. Fortunately, it was like the lighter version, like with the branches and stuff that was sitting on their roof, and it wasn't like the thick base of the tree.
Yeah.
But then when you go out my driveway, you make a right, literally maybe 100 yards up the road, just a fat tree, bro, in the like laying over top of the road. Like there were trees down everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what's the word, like debris in my yard from it. There's a line down that I believe is the AT&T fiber line. Just a live, we assume it's a live wire down in the backyard.
I feel like we're both sitting here and we're not intending to, but it's like, no, my neighborhood was worse, bro. You should have seen my, but
dude,
like,
it's all been bad driving around.
It's been terrible. And not to make too much light of the situation, but I have never felt more like my father than this week, dude.
Yeah.
Of four-door sedan blew past me when it was icy, dude. I'm talking icy. On Nolensville Pike going 60. Little four-door sedan. I'm like, there's no way in hell, one, that you have four-wheel drive. And two, I feel like I'm going to see you again here in 10 minutes. You're going to be in a ditch on the side of the road. Like, and I'm talking out loud. Yeah. I'm like, what a dumbass, blah, blah, blah. And Jill's sitting next to me like, honey, you know, because that was probably my, eighth, what a dumbass.
Yeah.
I just kept on referring back to.
Because you don't want to mess around driving on ice, bro.
No.
You just don't. Like, I get the snow, and when it was slushy and I was in the Target parking lot, I hit a couple of donuts. Sue me, I hit a couple of donuts. I had a little bit of fun. PT6. Yeah. Willy had a little bit of fun with the Chevy. I'm like ripping around. I'm like, I mean, the parking lot's wide open right now.
Oh my God.
We were it was on the west side where it was, you know, Dick's, Target, Best Buy, and it was just a ghost town.
Yeah.
Because I'd gotten out on Sunday because Char was like, hey, we only have about 8 rolls of toilet paper left.
Yeah.
And I'm already thinking in my brain that I'm running light on my favorite drinks. I want to have my favorite drinks in the house, and we're going to be locked in.
What are those? What are your favorite
Olipop.
drinks? Oh,
come on.
Cool.
Crisp apple and watermelon lime.
Come
I was
on.
out of those. I had a few great classic grapes left, which that was great.
Yep.
And but I need my favorite drinks.
Yeah, got to.
And needed to get a little bit more whole milk because again, you just don't know when the slush is happening, and you know the ice, like all the warnings that are out there, like you just have no clue how much you're going to be just locked in the house. So you're seeing things out there to where you could be locked in all week. Could be a day, could be a couple days. And this is on Sunday. We're recording right now. It's Tuesday morning, kind of our first day fully operational. And but again, you don't know. So I'm like, all right, well, it's slushy right now, and it's a little rain. Like if there's going to be a time to get out, it's going to be right now.
Yeah.
And as I'm navigating around our neighborhood, because we're like on the west side where there's just a shitload of trees. It's beautiful out there. But for this particular time, it's like trees are going down, power lines are on the ground. I'm seeing dads out there. They're setting up cones around power lines. You see dads on the side. They already got their chainsaws out trying to like cut branches. I'm talking like, we're talking about the little bit of stuff going on in my yard. Massive trees just like down, like blocking driveways to where you just know people in these houses, like they're going to be barricaded in these houses for a little bit of time until they get help out to them to cut trees up, move debris, and just access their road. Because it's like you have the main road and then some driveways are going uphill to try and get to the main road. And so I'm driving around navigating all this stuff, trying to find my way to Target. I had to take so many different, I had to take so many different detours to try and get there. But once I finally got there, it's like ghost town. Yeah. Like nobody's out on the road, and which they shouldn't have been. Like this is Curious Dad. A tornado's about to hit. You want to go stand on the front porch and see how close this tornado actually is.
This is not a dad hack.
Yeah, this is not a dad hack. Not experts, clearly. But I get to the west side where Target is. Yeah. Again, nobody's in the parking lot. I see just on my phone, because we still have internet at this time. And again, I'm out and about, so there's service. And I see that Target was open. So I pull in. There's a couple of cars in there, like rundown cars, snow piled on top. So I'm thinking, is this place open? I see a gentleman walking out, and I just kind of roll down the window. I'm like, hey, BT6 sicko. He kind of looks over at me, and I'm like, hey, is Target open? And he's like, yeah, they're open. I'm like, all right. So I just kind of pull in, park the truck, walk in. The automatic doors aren't functioning or opening up. It's dark inside of Target. And I just see a little note that says, use the side door. So I go around, I use the side door, open it up. 2 gentlemen sitting there just at the front by the self-checkout. I'm like, hey, are you guys open? He's like, yeah, we're open. Because it's like, there's a few lights on. Yeah. It's dark in there. No people are in there. Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, kind of grab a cart. I'm like, I'm going to go get some toilet paper and stock up on a couple
the
items.
The wheel just squeaking and echoing in this abandoned Target. Yeah.
It felt like I broke in Target. I'm pushing around all the aisles. Obviously, I made a few videos. I had fun with it. Yeah. And get the toilet paper. They were stocked. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the word out. I'm going to signal out to everybody, hey, if you need to get supplies, this Target is stocked. Because I know throughout the week, a lot of people were just ravaging through grocery stores to where there wasn't a lot of supplies. Dude, because everybody was prepping for this storm.
Pick through.
And so I get the toilet paper, and then I get to the produce area where some of the refrigerated stuff is. And it's just nothing but blue tarps covering everything. And so I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, am I allowed to kind of go under the tarps?
What's back here?
And just do some regular shopping? They said they were open. So I'm like, all right. I went to the drink aisle. Ollipops were there, but it was more the soda flavors. It wasn't the crisp apple and watermelon lime, which I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know Target has the refrigerator aisle. Like there'd be cans of Ollipop. And I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic.
Yes.
So I go in, I start ravaging through, like I'm going under the blue tarp. And then I finally find the section where they have the canned drinks. And I'm like, boom, jackpot. Crisp apple lined up, watermelon lime lined up. I'm like, I just say to myself, let me go get the cart. Go get the cart, pull it up. And I just start just throwing it all in there. Yeah. Get some whole milk. They had like 2 things of whole milk left. Snag those. got back in the truck and found my way back to the house. Cause I tried again, the roads I'm usually taking is where I'm trying to get back to the house. But again, I pull up and then there's like ambulances and lights going off. There's a massive tree blocking another road, another power line down. So I back up. I'm trying to get out different ways. There's cars trying to drive and maneuver around it all. Again, trees down to where I off-road around the tree to get back to my house. But get back to the house, bro. But that was one trip that I had.
I'll tell you this right now. This film that I'm about to describe to you would win at Sundance. And it is a documentary that follows Will Compton in a situation like this or any situation. And we hook up some kind of technology to where your inner thoughts are also doing voiceover for the documentary. I would watch the shit out of that movie. Of you,
we pitch titles.
We can pitch titles
Because The Woking Dead feels like it's sitting there primed for it.
Will just opening the blue Tarzan. Oh shit! I know these lollipops are somewhere. Where y'all kid? Hey! Where y'all keep the lollipop? To the dude.
Am I allowed to buy these? Buddy, it's just you in here.
Buddy, you don't even...
Hey, help yourself, man.
We're not even going to check you out. You can just leave.
Bring me one.
You can just leave with it. Oh,
hey, you guys got any bite marks on you? I'm just messing with you. I Am Legend. Zombie movies. Just making a joke.
He turns around. You just hear the inner thought, Vio. They haven't seen I Am Legend. They haven't seen it. They would have laughed. Dude, that's insane. I will say another non-dad hack to throw out there, like a don't do that I talked to you on the phone.
Don't do dad hacks.
Yeah, don't
do dad hack.
Don't do dad hack. It is my neighbor as I'm driving out. We watched Harry Potter to start this whole like snowstorm. We did a Harry Potter marathon. So innocently going into this snowstorm. And so in my head is burned of Hermione Granger when Harry doesn't heed her warning and gets on his broomstick to chase after Draco Malfoy. And she says, "What an idiot." And I like had that stuck in my head all week whenever I saw something dumb. So this "what an idiot" moment was my neighbor with a chainsaw. 3 power lines are like wrapped around this tree that he is chainsawing in his front yard. And I'm like, that like cannot be safe at all. Like
that's where you're like, what are we doing?
I'm like, what are we doing? But I also don't want to tell this guy who is 100% my senior. Like he was probably in his 60s. And I probably should have said something to him, but he's just sitting there just with like 3 power lines on this. You might, like you described, it's a full-on tree that has been uprooted. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? And he gave me the friendliest wave as I drove by, and I was like, I mean, more power to you, dude, but like, be safe out there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when I saw that line down in the backyard, it was immediately, hey, nobody go around the wire, knowing that we're not even going to go back there that deep in the yard. But just the dad, hey, we're not going in back there by that power line. You see that power line? I'm just looking at my 3-year-old. She's looking up at me like, I mean, yeah, you guys are the one that dresses me to go outside anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk out the back door and go by a power line.
You're doing the Mufasa to Simba talk of like everywhere the light touches you, you can go.
We had sketchy moment with the generator because again, we bought a house like last year, but it was in phase 1. So it was getting kind of built up and we just moved in it. Like we closed on it in December and then we just moved in it last week.
Yeah.
So as we're moving in it last week, it's like when all the snow or ice storm that's coming to Nashville, it's like, man, is our generator going to be up and going? Because again, this is a brand new house, brand new generator. And we opted to get this generator for like any situation that might come up. This one, perfect day. We're going to get it. There's no walkthroughs. There's no preparation. We're going to the Super Bowl this weekend, a few days after this house and generator gets set up.
Yeah.
And apparently with the generator, NES needed to come out and do like a step 3 or an orientation before the generator got operating. And I'm kind of sitting there like talking with my wife, talking with the squad. Like, we have to make sure this thing is going for this ice storm. Like ice is hitting Nashville. Like we're going to get an ice storm.
Yeah.
Like people, there are people that are prepping, that are active and ready to go, but some that are sleeping on the fact that they might not believe this ice storm is going to happen, or this snow or whatever. Like, oh, this happens every year in Nashville and it doesn't really happen. I'm like, the European models say we're getting an ice storm, and we need to prepare like we're getting an ice storm. We can't wait. They were telling NES was telling us they'll get somebody out next Wednesday. This is on Thursday or Friday, I believe. And it's like, that ain't good enough.
Our listeners will be listening to this episode on said next Wednesday.
Yes, today that everybody's listening to is when somebody was supposed to come out and do the final step in orientation for the generator to kick on and start working.
Which is crazy.
So I pick up the phone and I call my uncle. And I'm like, hey, Uncle Chris, I know you're an electrician. Are you a generator guy? He's like, oh, I've installed a couple before. And this is an uncle you want to have on the team, like in the family. You have that one uncle that understands everything going on at all times when it comes with handyman work, outdoors, electrical work, whatever it is. This is the uncle.
What can I just very briefly, what does he sound like? Do you mind doing his voice for us when you call him up on the phone? I can almost hear him already. Normal. Oh, really?
It's not like a gravelly voice.
Okay.
Not like this isn't a bearded, this is a clean shaven, kind of got a bigger but sharper nose.
Okay. Cargo pants or cargo shorts at all times?
He's a cargo pants and he's a pants and polo type of cat.
He has the low ankle Merrills on at all times.
Yeah, this is a dude who would go into a swim lesson but still have the utility belt on. So
that's a true sicko.
Yeah, he's an operator.
He ain't playing no roles.
And I'm sending him photos. I'm sending him the serial number. I'm sending him the model of Generac that I got.
Yeah.
Everybody out there being like, it's a Generac. It's a Generac. The Generac 24K watt generator that I got cooking. I'm sending him all the information on it because then I'm just basically asking him, can you walk me through how to get this generator going?
Yeah.
He is of the belief that he's able to. And so we start operating a little bit. He's diving in on the manual while I'm doing something else in the house. I'm like, hey, I'll call you back. You read through the manual, and whenever you feel like you can walk me through, because he understands.
What a legend.
He understands that I got my mother's brain side of me that can figure some stuff out and think on my feet. But he also knows I got the Bill Compton side of my brain too that can just go dead at times. It operates a little bit slower. So he knows he's operating with both of these brains, but he's like, I know what I'm working with mentally with you. He's like, but I believe you got something in there that you can tap into and we can figure this thing out together. I'm like, trust me, the Kathy Compton brain is operating right now. I'm ready to go. I just need you to point me to the right direction.
Oh, man.
And as we continue learning more, because we're also communicating with the builder of the house. And he comes over to make sure the ice maker is making like ice. Because again, there's still some things that we're trying to get fixed and make sure is operating just for a new homeowner, like new house, new homeowner.
This is a new build. I know that you said that it was in the first step, but like Will's house is a completely new build. So you don't know if the water pipes are good. You don't know if the gas pipes are good. Yeah,
we're making sure all of that is good to go just as we have this new house, but also now even more urgency now that we know this ice storm is coming.
Yeah.
So there's a builder that's in and out of house, and I'm just asking him straight up. I'm like, hey, do you know of can we just get like an electrician, or do you know guys that could get around whatever NES is trying to do to where we can just get this generator operational for this weekend? And that's what he was essentially working on. Ultimately, guys came out to work on it. I'm telling my Uncle Chris, I'm like, hey, there's guys that are coming out working on it, probably doing whatever he was going to have me walk through and do. And they said it would take a couple hours. Bro, on Saturday when the snow's coming down, they were out there for 6 hours trying to get this going. So when I'm telling my uncle about it, he's like, that tells me that they hadn't messed with your generator at all and it wasn't really ready to go. When they say step 3 and like an orientation.
Yeah.
Because if it was step 3 in an orientation, he's like, I felt confident that I'd be able to walk you through it. But these guys were out there for like 6 hours trying to get this generator going to where when the snow's coming down, our power had to be off so that that way they could run like a test or do some operation before it was like fully functional.
Yeah.
So our power was off for probably 2 hours when this all was going down. But that was the time where we could go play outside. We could do other things going on.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, generator's operational. It should kick on automatically if the power goes out. So we're like, all right, cool, good to go. We go to bed that night on Saturday. And again, that's on Saturday was when we had the snowfall. So a couple inches of snow came down and everybody's calling for, all right, tomorrow's going to transition. You're going to start getting sleet. This is when the ice comes in. We're going to hit single digits and everything else. But don't be caught off guard when there's rain happening, because it's something with the stratosphere and the atmosphere and the cumulonimbus clouds and this warm nose that pushes in. There's going to be rain for a little bit, but then it's all going to turn to ice.
Yeah.
So be ready for power outages. So about 4:45 in the morning, our power goes off. Charles wakes me up because, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Hey, Will. Our power just went out. Like, our monitors aren't working. I'm like, all right, well, generators should kick on, right? And all of a sudden we look out the windows because we don't have any curtains or anything up on the windows. And it's just like this fireworks show or light show that's going on through the lights in the pool, power outages going out. You see stuff kind of blowing up, but just like lights everywhere. And we're just like, holy shit. Our generator tries kicking on. It kicks on to where the monitors come on and everything's like, it's back. Like, okay, I think we're good. The generator kicked on. It turns off. We feel like the power at large resets.
Yeah.
That comes on, then that goes off. And we're just kind of sitting there in bed like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, well, I think the generator is going to kick on. Generator kicks back on again, but it flutters and then goes back off.
No.
So now we're just sitting there. The monitors are out. Everything's out. And I'm like, she's like, what do you think we should do? And I'm like, she's like, do you want to go check the generator? And I was like, oh, sweetheart, it's like 5 a.m. Like maybe the generator will kick back on. Like, I think we should just go back to sleep. And then in a couple hours, I think everything will be all right.
Oh, for sure.
I'm like, because then Scotty wakes up because the sound machine goes off.
Yeah.
Sound machine's off. So she goes up, puts her back down, and I'm kind of laying there. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I think the dude said the generator's going to kick on. Like, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So we fall back asleep. Wake up around maybe 6:37, and it's still off. Everything's still off. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, I'm calling my uncle and I'm talking to him. And I was thinking about calling the builder. I'm like, do we get anybody? I'm like, man, nobody's going to come out here now, because now is when the storm is like hitting. Like the ice is going to start. The ice is starting to happen. Trees are falling down outside. It had just started it was still sleeting, but then it's turning into rain a little bit. So I'm out put on the boots.
Come on.
Put on the gear.
Come on.
Like, let me go take a look at this generator.
Come on.
I'm on the phone with my uncle. He's like, pop it open. There should be like the digital face that we were seeing yesterday. It should be able to tell you what's going on. So I'm kind of over there. There's like ice on it. I'm giving it that PT6 look where you're kind of
what's going on?
Back and look at it. All right. So I can touch this thing and I ain't going to die. I ain't going to get electrocuted. He's like, no, just pop the top. I'm like, all right. Pop the top. I see the digital face and it's kind of running. It's kind of letting you know what error code is on there. So I get out to Google. We're looking up the error code, and it looks like just like an overcooked system. Like it's overworking because the alarm system kicked on. And he's like, what that tells me is that there was air in the gas line. He's like, that's not a bad thing. It's just it was starting up. This is a first time generator.
Yeah.
And he's like, but you should follow the directions where it says you can push the off button. You're gonna hit enter. And then the green light, the automatic light, it's going to go off. It's going to go dark. We're not going to panic. And I'm like, no, Unc, there's no panic. So I can hit this button right now and nothing's going to happen. He's like, yeah, hit the off button. I'm like, so touch the off button. He's like, yeah, hit the off button. I hit the off button and I kind of like run back, look back up on it. I'm like, all right, it's off. He's like, now hit enter. I hit enter and kind of hit a lean back. I'm like, all right, the green light went off. He's like, now hit auto. Once you hit auto, it should be fully operational, because that's what Google is telling us. That's what the manual is telling us. Chat GPT, I'm confirming across the full slate of
You're
things.
checking your sources.
I'm checking my sources.
Yeah.
So I hit auto, and dude, it just starts humming up, and it was working like a dream. Power comes on. Like, thank God we were without power for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Power kicks on, and fortunately, we've had the generator. The generator's been running the whole time. Like, again, like I said earlier, our power's still out right now. And then throughout the day on Sunday, probably around 1 o'clock, because I had made my run to Target and done all the stuff to get the last bit of supplies.
Yeah.
Come back home, and I'm texting with somebody, and all of a sudden it's not going through. And I'm like, I think so-and-so, I think their Wi-Fi might be out. And Charles like, it might be ours, because mine's not loading different things either. And so I tried checking my Wi-Fi, checking the internet, check the social apps. And I'm like, yeah, my stuff's not loading either. Then we look in the backyard, that power line or that line is down. It could have been the fiber line for AT&T. So that goes out. We lose internet right before, an hour before kickoff of the NFL playoffs. Buddy.
You didn't even get to see how hot Jarrett Stidham looked walking out onto that field.
That's what people were saying. The worst part of losing internet was not being able to watch the NFL playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't follow it on the internet. You can't stream it because everything's down and out. We made buffalo chicken dip. Sweetheart, get out in your stance. We're going to reenact a football game. We got to have some football going on.
Derek got the hand cranked radio, right? Weren't you listening on the radio?
Yeah, Kat did a good job of buying like a power bank and stuff, and she bought what we were calling the apocalypse radio, which has 3 buttons on it, and you put batteries in it. The top button's the straight light, middle button's the red thing, and then bottom button's an SOS sound that's louder than anything I've ever heard in my life.
So loud.
And so I'm sitting there, and we had it on. Our power went out Sunday at 7 a.m., and it's still out. I feel like Stu Pickles churning chocolate pudding in his kitchen, if you know the reference. I've lost control.
Here's the Radio 7000. Bro, it's going to change the world.
And so I put 3 AA or AAA batteries in it, and I'm sitting there, and it starts to die around Sunday night, and I just pick it up. Whoo, 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 and I'm just hand cranking it. And she's like, "Can we put more batteries?" I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't. And so I'm listening, Jared Stidham has the ball. And so we listened to a lot of games, and Klump sent in he said, Vrabel had the boys ready. And I said, sounds like it.
I checked in with Klump. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You were texting Klump?
No, I checked in with Klump. I called Klump because there was this weird pocket in my house to where service was all the way down. I couldn't access the internet, but a pocket in my house, I could get out some iMessage.
Yeah.
And then weirdly make a phone call. And I'm on the phone with Klump, and he's like, Patriots won 10-7. I'm like, 10-7? He's walking me through how Stidham looked, how he threw a pick or had a bad ball the opening drive, and he's kind of calming everybody down. Stidham looked good. Drake May only had like 80-something yards. Like it was just a dog fight.
Blizzard came in.
That's what I heard.
20-minute period. It went from like looking like a normal day to just chaos. It was a sick one.
It was a beautiful kickoff. Like it looked like a crisp day for sure, but a beautiful sunny day. And then to Chef's point, I mean, it turned ugly quick.
And then I heard the Rams Seattle game was just incredible.
Yeah.
It was just fireworks. And again, I'm sitting here thinking like, we're trying to do busing tomorrow. I'm sitting there trying to talk to everybody about like what the pulse is out there. Like I know what's going on in my neighborhood. And like, hey, are we going to do an episode tomorrow? It seemed like Taylor, he's got that badass side-by-side to where he's like, hey, I can get to the shop. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Sherm. Sherm's like, I'm going to go stay at the shop because their power was out, but there's power at the shop. Jill and Scarlett's going to stay with their friends. Yep. Sherm's going to take the dogs and sleep here at the shop. Jared was already here at the shop because their power was out.
With his girlfriend.
So his girlfriend, and 2 bigger dogs are living in the stream room. So we had guys here that could function the episode. Taylor was confident that he was going to get out. He's like, oh, listen, I'll run a solo if I need to. Because I'm thinking the way this ice is going to freeze over, all the carnage we've seen around Nashville, guys kind of like, hey, basically, what are we doing tomorrow? And it's like, look, there's zero expectation to come in. If guys are at the shop and if your heart desires to get in there and you can shoot an episode with Taylor, then by all means, rock the episode. But I'm sitting there like, dog, I'm telling Klump, I'm like, bro, take notes for me. So that way, if I do happen to make it, or if internet comes back on and I can zoom in, know something of what happened in the games. Yeah. I'm thinking about ESPN this week, how I'm here now, so I'll get to tap into just rewatching the games and getting privy to all that. But I'm thinking like all of our work happens on the internet. I have none. And I'm just out there just sending ravens to everybody, trying to figure out, hey, what's the operation going to look like this week?
Yeah, I didn't realize the extent of it until I got on the phone with you that second time of just how much you were without any communication to the outside world.
Yeah, because when I get in that pocket, it's almost like 30 messages coming to my phone. Yeah. And then I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to hit the priority ones first and seeing, because at times I'd be like lucky to have 5GE or whatever it is. And so I'm just sitting up there, and then I hear my wife, hey, Will, can you come help or something like that? Because we're operating with 2 kiddos, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And that was, honestly, we had a good time. It's just when you're like trapped in the house and they constantly need things all the time. And Scotty is just a demon, bro. Scotty's like, I feel like maybe watching a boy. Yeah. Like the amount of trouble she gets into and just kind of like, she's just devious. Yeah. Like she'll see Rue playing with a toy. She'll walk over and grab the toy, and Rue will kind of, Rue goes sideways. She knows she can't like push or hit. She wants to like do something to Scotty, and we're like, hey, you can't. Like, hey, be gentle with her. She thinks she's playing with you. And we're like, Scotty, give the toy back. And I'll like walk over to Scotty, and Scotty will like, she'll like turn around and run away from me, and I grab it. Or if Rue's like gatekeeping the toys and Scotty can't get to the toy, she'll just sit there. I'll like observe her from afar because I'm kind of smiling. Yeah. And Scotty will just stand there for a second. The next thing you know, she like grabs Rue's hair and like takes her headband off. She is devious. She's devious, bro. She just makes this like as she's like walking around everywhere. Dude, we were watching her. We were eating dinner one night. And we heated up a frozen pizza and cut it up for her. And she like puts 2 or 3 pieces in her mouth, and she starts like choking. And we're like hitting her stomach, and Charles like lifting her in the thing. Like, we're having the PTSD when Rue was choking on that coin, but she's choking a little bit, trying to get it out. A couple things come out, like some puke comes out, and she just, got a couple tears like running from her eyes, not from crying, but from like gagging a little bit. Food comes out onto the thing, and Charles trying to clean her up. But as Charles trying to clean her up, she's got the teary eyes from like gagging and everything else. She just goes back to picking up the puke and starts like eating the pizza and the puke, just unfazed. She is Scotzilla. So like, Scotty, hey, relax, don't eat that. And trying to knock it out of her hands. She's like, trying to like eat it more. We have her out in the snow for the first time. We're like, I wonder how she's going to operate, because they're in like a tighter, you got them in their winter gear. They got boots on. They're used to kind of walking around their bare feet or like light shoes. Yeah. She's got boots on. She's kind of just standing there. She tries to take a step, goes down. Doesn't cry. Pick her back up. She tries to take a step, goes down like Frasier. Pick her up. She hits one there where she kind of bends and goes face first in the snow. Never cried. Yeah. Just tries to keep it moving, bro.
Like Ralphie in A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Kind of like sitting out there, Ralphie in A Christmas Story. We're like, come on, Scotty, walk. And she like looks down. I'm like throwing snowballs at her. She tries to take a step, falls.
Scotty is different. She is truly your daughter. Rue is Charo's daughter, and Scotty is your daughter to the T, dude. Her personality, I can't wait as she grows up to like see that develop more and more. Because I feel like you're born with that. Like just that sensation of like, oh, I just choked. I'm going to cry a little bit because I want mom and dad to comfort me. And Scotty just to go, oh, good. It's out of my throat. I'll put more in.
That was close. Get back to eating. Hey, it tastes good. Might as well eat it.
She's born with the dog in her.
Yeah. She's born with the dog in her.
That gets me so stoked.
Scarlett, I feel like their personalities start really coming alive. Scotty's at 14 months right now. They really start coming alive around that 16-month mark. Yeah. That's when it becomes just, I made the comment last night to my wife. I'm like, man, I just don't want Scotty to get any bigger, because there's just the vision you have of her. You just want it to stay like that forever. How's wifey? How's your situation been?
I mean, it's been really good.
Like for the dads out there, power goes out. You're figuring stuff out. Like fortunately for us, our generator kicked in and was working. So we got to stay together. We're in the house. Yeah. We're utilizing the generator. We don't know how much capacity it holds for the house. So every room we go in, we turn the lights on, turn the lights off. Yeah. But we get to kind of stay together. You're in a situation, which I feel like there are a lot of dads and families in Nashville that are, whether they're in Derek's situation where they're just holding guard, holding fort at the spot, using heat when they can use heat. Other families where it's like, hey, we're going to get out of this situation. We're going to go stay with a friend, or we're going to go try to check in a hotel. Like, how has that operation been for you guys and the stress it's had for the fam?
So when power went out initially, it's Scarlett, my wife, and then our 2 dogs. We have 2 little dogs under 15 pounds. And first off, shout out my dad for the Christmas presents. Crazy how much those came in clutch. Fire starter kit. Yeah. 2 AAA packs, 2 AA packs, 2 headlamps, and 6 flashlights. And I used almost every single one of them.
I love that.
Crazy
Shout
work.
out Papa Sherm.
Shout out Papa Sherm, who Bill and Papa Sherm, would love, we've talked about their love for hunting, but I feel like they would love to just sit down and talk survival. My dad's the same way. Any type of storm, it's, you know. But with the power going out, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't want to get too deep with it, but I think everybody could agree that there's almost something spiritual about having to like leave your house. Like, you feel like you're giving up almost. And like, I didn't want to leave my damn house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's different though. Like, you have such a little one. Like I do too. There's parts of me like if our generator wasn't working, like we would have found a pivot, because I'm thinking if I'm living by myself, I'll be like, this is where you just immerse yourself in the chaos, in the suck. You're trying to prove something to the world.
Yeah.
Or if it was just me and my wife, we'd be figuring out, like it seems like Deacon, his wife are doing. But there's a part when you do have little kiddos to where I'm just thinking, man, if you're in the worst, what are the worst possibilities in this situation? And that's what you're ultimately wanting to protect from, because you don't want to be where it's too cold and then the kids, and you just start worrying so much more, where it's like, yo, let's find a way to get the fuck out of here. And then there's another layer with dogs.
And that's truly what, you're exactly right. That was the defining moment of, hey, we'll have the fire going. Maybe the power comes back on. We have a great fireplace and we're on the sofas, and Scarlett is bundled up with Jill. And Scarlett's had like a little bit of crud just in her lungs that you can kind of hear when she like coughs. She's not sick, but there's just a little stuff in there.
Yeah.
And she woke up from a nap with Jill. We all did. And I hear one little like, and you hear that like extra crud. And just her little cough, dude. And I was like, we're getting out of here. Like this, we're done. We only did like a couple hours before we started game planning. And thankfully my best friend from high school, best man at my wedding, Brian Cox, lives here in Nashville. They still have power. We had a little text thread going. They don't have any dogs and they have a beautiful house. And our dogs are just, Wrigley loves marking when he gets to a new place. He's our little Chiweenie. A Chihuahua and a Dachshund, and he thinks that he's a Great Dane, and so like he operates. He and Scotty are built from the same deck, and anyways, I was like, I just cannot be a burden to these people when they are allowing Scotty or Scarlett and Jill to come stay with them. So I will take the dogs to the shop and stay there. Jill was super upset about that and was like, I don't want to split up. And I was like, I totally get it. I'll hang out at the Cox's house for a while before I then go to the shop with the dogs. I'll just go there at night and we'll figure it out from there. And that was a whole nother thing. Any sickos out there that are also a fan of Inside the Bus, I slept on the Inside the Bus set. I'll send you a nice picture of that, Chef, of Wrigley. I got Wrigley on my chest and he's in front of the Inside the Bus portrait that guy made for us. It's like a embroidered portrait of the Inside the Bus logo. So you have all the guys in the shop sticking out of the bus and waving. And I said, no nightmares tonight. We got all the boys watching over us as we sleep. We made the best of it. I woke up to the dogs needing to pee at like 6 something, took them out. They did a great job. They had no accidents in the shop. I was actually really proud of them. That deserves
that is a big dub.
That was
because when I'm on the phone with you and Jared, and then I'm like, hey, you guys can go stay at the shop. Jared's there with his 2 dogs. Sherm was coming over with his 2 dogs. We're gonna have 2 of our employees with 4 dogs total in the shop. I'm glad that we have power and everything was operating here. I also feel like I definitely see where Jill's coming from, because you just don't know what the ice is going to do overnight once it hits in single digits, to where
100%.
There could be a situation where you're trapped here or they're trapped wherever they're at.
Yes.
And just like staying together.
Yes. Like we need to stay together. So I wake up, I take the dogs out. I already have text from Jill that's like, we need a hotel ASAP. Like we need to find a hotel ASAP. I want to be all together. And I was like, I don't blame you either. I miss you really bad and I'm worried about you guys. The stress is like starting to come on. And then I just woke up like to the most hilarious phone call of all time at like 8. of Will Compton calling me, and I'm on the set of Inside the Bus, shirtless with my 2 dogs on either side of me, and I'm half asleep. And I'm like, hello. And Will's on the other line going, Sherman, wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey. And I'm like, what is life right now? I'm like,
Wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey.
I'm like, what is life right now? What are we doing? He's like, Clump's heading in. Mitch is heading in. I know you and Jared are there, and Taylor is going to be heading in. And I was like, all right, we'll record the pod. And I'm super down to do so. But then Jill's, also like lighting me up of like, we got to get a hotel. So we're operating and doing that. Thankfully, right before we recorded, we were able, here is a dad hack for you. Hilton has a really great customer service thing where they can basically run you through all their branches of hotels in the area and compare prices and like if a place is dog friendly or not, and see if there's vacancy at hotels. Cause I was just going off of Safari and trying to call individually.
How filled up were hotels?
Packed.
I figured, man. Again, it was like over 50% of NES customers it was a power outage. I saw one graph. I don't know if it came from the Weather Channel, but it was saying like upwards of 70 to 80% of Nashville is without power.
Oh yeah, easily. And all the pet friendly hotels are like in Brentwood and Franklin.
Yeah.
But that's where all the suburbs are. So like every single family with a dog, they all got hotels instantly, which I should have done. It's definitely a learning lesson there. And so everywhere was packed, but then thankfully we got on the phone with this Hilton lady. She's running through and she's like, I got one. It's in downtown Nashville, which is close by for us. Record the pod, went and picked up Jill. We go back to the house. The inside of the house was like, I think 40 or right around there, like 39 or 40. We're packing everything up. And this whole, like, I describe it as like, oh, I go to pick up Jill from family friend's house. We go pack up. Then we go to hotel. That's over like, that took like 4 hours, 5 hours, because everything's just slow. We're having to feed Scarlett. We're sitting in the driveway and Scarlett's bawling outside of our house with no power as we're like using our, oh God, I got to remember the baby Brezza, the little portable baby Brezza to heat up the milk. And I'm just sitting there, 1,000-yard stare forward, and Jill's like holding Scarlett. I'm like, God, I can't get to this hotel fast enough. Get everything packed. We get to the dog-friendly hotel. I'll send you another video, Chef. You got to remind me. I've said that like 8 times this pod. I apologize. But I took a video of all the dog poop outside of this dog-friendly hotel. It was, and y'all, the amount of people with every single dog at this dog-friendly hotel was either a Great Dane or a Pyrenees or like the biggest dogs I've ever seen. These shits looked like fat Cuban cigars, but like double that. The craziest dog shits I've ever seen. They're all over the place. We walk in, dogs are everywhere in the lobby of this Home 2 suite is the name of the hotel. They're barking. There's kids running everywhere because the lobby has like a pool table and like some little games for like kiddos. It is a family hotel for sure. And I'm just looking at all these dads are seeing ghosts. Like everybody's just like, holy shit. And Jill just did such a good job of, and that's like my lesson of the week that I'll read at the end. But Jill was just doing such a good job of like, hey, we're all together and everything's good. Like and she's just bouncing Scarlett. Scarlett had the best attitude of all time and was crushing it. Jill packed for an apocalypse, which, I don't blame her. And so it took me 4 to 5 trips to get everything. And of course, our parking spot that we got, because we got one of the last rooms at the hotel. It's one of those where the parking garage is underneath the building. Yeah. We're on floor 5. And so I'm taking this luggage cart from floor 5 all the way up. There's thousands of people and dogs. And each elevator ride, when I'm clicking the button, is taking at least 4 to 5 minutes for the elevator to even get to your floor. And then you pack in with all these dogs and stuff. The entire time, I'm just like, good. This is great. I'm having the time of my life. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And everything's good. And as soon, like, it was truly a movie scene. As soon as I have the very final load, we have her bassinet. We have her playmat. Jill has 2 suitcases. I have a suitcase. We got the dog stuff. We got the dog food. And I'm coming with the final load. And as I'm opening up the door, I feel on my phone, and the noise that it makes, the Nanit app has like a specific tone. And I was like, that was the Nanit. I was like, that would only go off if we had power. And then my phone starts going, Jared Demon, who works here at Bussin', lives 2 blocks from me. And I'm like, oh, we 100% have power. That's what he's calling me about. Answer it. He's like, dude, my neighbors just texted me and said they just got power back. I literally have that like luggage on my shoulder. I'm standing like in the opening of the hotel. I just go, honey, we have power. All
that work.
I was happy. I was very happy, but I was like, we have power. I'm going to go check our house and make sure that our heat is going, blah, blah, blah. She was like, while you're at the house, can you grab the other? I was like, yes, just shoot me a text, whatever you need. I'll grab it. And I also know that the right thing to do is to go check on Jared's house because Jared's in Franklin in an Airbnb. And he has a 2-wheel drive, car. So I'm like, I called Jared and I'm like, hey, Jared, do you have a hide key? I'll go check your house, yada, yada. And both of our houses were fine. And I get to move into my house later today, which is sick.
That's good.
Hey, big round of applause. Just, we made it.
Made it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Derek's still surviving.
Oh, no.
A little up.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We got to
Rub my
update over
face
the
in
last
white
hour.
dog shit.
Derek, no.
The road. So we've been getting notifications. Shout out to the Ring. If you're not on Ring, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. The road, literally 2 roads behind us, the CVS is on, just got power right now. And so I am praying that fucking means
that
something
you are
for us.
next.
I'm praying. So I just alerted Kat of that, but we are going to a friend's after the episode. If not, we're hoping. We also just found out Home Chef's getting delivered today. I don't know how the fuck it's getting delivered today, but it's coming. So we'll cook it over the fire.
Hey, snaps to put some positive energy into the universe for power at Derek's house.
Hey, it's
Some
moments
snaps.
like these that you are able to look back on with your wife, with your significant other, whoever your partner's in crime with, your kiddos, whatever it is. You're able to look back and recall on these memories where you guys were all embracing the suck. As hard as it gets at times, or as annoying as it can be, like there's only so much I can put into playing bear in the house where Rue goes with a flashlight, finds me, and I'm the bear, and I have to crawl on my hands and knees. She loves bear. And where I'm crawling on my hands and knees to go attack her and do everything else, to where I'm like, hey, we should both have flashlights and let's just go pretend to find bears together so that I can stand because my knees are bleeding right now.
I want to find a bear with you, please, Rue.
But these are the times where you look back and be like, hey, we made it, we graded it out through this. We're better from it.
Yeah.
We learned lessons.
Yeah.
Better ways to prepare. Because again, my 2 bags of salt that I ran out of that I used on like day 1. So everybody says salt before the snow comes.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, day 2 came and when the slush happened, then that froze over. I'm like, oh, there ain't no, I need more. I need to find more salt. I don't know if you put salt on after the fact. I think it helps a little bit, but just to start breaking it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's equipping myself with more bags of salt.
Yep.
I was every night before we go to bed, I'd drip every faucet, open up the cabinets, shout out Deke, saying that last week, open up the cabinets below.
Well, the part of freezing pipes is not when it gets cold, it's when it warms back up. So make sure you keep doing that as it gets warm.
So even as it gets warm, make sure to
That's
still
when
drip.
that's when pipes will burst. It's not when it gets cold.
That's
because
when it
the
expands.
heat, it starts expanding, and then that's how it goes.
Got
So
you.
keep it going
just
for a
keep
day
dripping.
or 2. Yeah, keep all your prep and stuff, and then just pray because it's now. My mom works in insurance, so she's like thousands of calls right now.
Oh, I'm sure, bro. I'm sure every company that has to do with this ice storm their phones are just blowing up.
Yeah,
with everything going on.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's electricity, whether it's internet, whether it's insurance, whether it's anything. Hey,
tree care.
Trees are all over the yards. All over yards, bro.
This is landscaper, roofer, insurance Super Bowl right now.
But
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
very close buddy of mine has a tree care business. If you're in the Nashville area, Painless Tree Care, quick shout out because they are
Come on.
full-time operating. He's about to, this is a terrible tragedy, but he's going to have a good week in terms of actually probably a good month.
He gonna have a good year, buddy. He's gonna make his year lump sum.
There's trees
this
down
week.
everywhere, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like, again, we had a power line go down, but we're way luckier than a lot of the stuff I've seen around the city of Nashville.
Oh, dude. Easily.
There's one massive tree in the front yard that's like leaning that we're hoping just doesn't fall and take out a power line and kind of land on our neighbor's driveway. But other than that, a lot of our debris is like in the middle of the yard, in the backyard around that fence line.
Yeah.
And again, one tree is like hanging over to where the power line's doing like a V right now.
Did you guys see the viral video of West Haven? It's a community in Franklin. I think it was like Clay Travis or someone posted it, but he's driving through and it looks like a tornado ripped through.
Yeah.
Like it apocalyptic.
If
bad.
you show that Clay Travis video,
Yeah.
okay, like that 1 yard where the tree has completely ripped out, we had like 6 of those in just our neighborhood. Like truly, like
Your neighborhood had it worse.
yeah, my neighborhood had it worse. But like truly, like as I'm watching that, people are like, "This is so sad," and I'm like, "Bro, that doesn't even show the full extent." And I saw people in the comments being like, "Yeah, that's in my front yard right now. That's not even the worst."
That's just in a corner of my backyard.
Yeah,
Like,
truly, it felt like, no, my situation is way worse, dude. You don't get it. But I texted my landlord too. I forgot to text my landlord. And she had reached out to me. I was like, apologies. Your house is fine. Like no tree limbs fell. She was like, I assume so. I assume that you would have reached out. I was like, yes, absolutely. Your house is good. Really quick before we get into comments and all that good stuff.
We got a lot of writing. People reaching out.
Yeah.
You can tell it's been a long weekend for the boys. We haven't seen each other. We're all getting stuff off our chest, storytelling.
Do we want to do a crack a cold one to get a little positive?
Would love to do a crack a cold one on Olipop. Essentially the Shirley Temple too. And Derek, I'll tell you this. You told us to take one of these home in case we had to Zoom and do our podcast from home today. I stared at this thing so many different times and want to drink it. This is before I made the crisp apple and watermelon lime. Like when I was just running on classic grape, I'm just staring at the solo Shirley Temple. And I'm just telling myself, I can't drink this because we're going to need the can. I'm going to need to drink it if we do For the Dads.
Oh, yeah.
But our crack a cold one this week brought to us by Olipop.
Brought to us by Olipop. You get a free can of Olipop. So buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store and we'll pay you back for one. If you're in an abandoned Target that it looks like it has been hit by I Am Legend and you are ripping through blue tarps to get your Olipops with no power, Olipop will still pay for one of those cans. I looked into it. They PayPal you, they Venmo you, as long as you show them that receipt. So buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store and we'll pay you back for one. Works on any flavor at any retailer, including Target, I assume. URL is, read that part, drinkolipop.com/BWTB. Olipop is sold online at drinkolipop.com and at Amazon and available in the soda aisle. And with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target. There we go.
There we go. Drink
Cheers.
Olipop. Cheers. My crack a cold one this week is going to go to doing yoga in the little fitness room that we got. So we rolled out some yoga mats. Char wanted to move around. I needed to move around. We got a different mattress in our new house. And I'm telling you right now, it's not good for the low back.
Oh no.
My low back is legitimately, it's starting to bother me in a way to where I'm like, here we fucking go again. But anyway, we did this little mobility yoga workout with the kiddos in there as well. Rue wanted to work out. By Rue wanting to work out, it was do a couple things for a couple minutes and be like, I need some milk.
Where's Dan Gable when you need him?
God, I'm trying to hit her with Dan Gable quotes. Just realizing she ain't built for the A-gap right now. Scotty's just rolling around like we got our blocks. Like I got 2 blocks. Charles has 2 blocks. I want to say Rue might have had 2 blocks. Scotty picks up one of Rue's blocks and Rue's like just sideways. I'm like, sweetheart, we don't need the blocks right now. Like they're just sitting there for us.
Yeah.
Like, Scotty's got my block. And we're going through this yoga, breath work, stretches, trying to get some mobility in the spine. And every parent knows, like, when you're trying to work out and your little kiddos are around, like, you're like operating with them. You're like trying to lay and do all this stuff. And Scotty's like climbing on me and you're trying to get it done. But that's what my crack a cold one goes to, is the moment of my wife getting us to do a yoga workout.
Oh, I love that.
Shout out bar 3 too. No free shout outs.
I wanted to ask you, because I've been on a fitness kick and I'm looking for stuff to do. I found that like post sports, the reason I didn't work out for 4 years is I don't have someone pushing me to, finding that self-belief. I want to try like a bar 3 or something like that, because I heard those things kick your ass.
They got a lot of good like online videos and classes that you can follow online, or they might just have the classes readily available online.
Yeah.
You go in and you can rip one of those. They do. I mean, it's different than what men are used to doing, which is ass to grass, weight on your back, weight in your hands, all this stuff. You'll be holding 4-pound dumbbells. You'll be putting the dumbbells down because these women just beat your ass with their little pulses and like holding all these little stances.
Yeah.
You'll be sweating. Your legs will be shaking like a dog shitting peach seeds, and you won't know what to do.
I'm on a journey, also golf sicko here, to become a single digit handicap. And so those are like muscles that you need to build. I want to gain some distance. I want to get to like a 315 carry because I'm young. I want to bomb the ball.
Yeah.
So those are all, I'm looking for new ways. I'm like, how do I
Those
work
little
out?
muscles,
I was about to say,
they get you.
Bar 3 with all the hinging and like hip flexor, lower back, like that would be the way to do it. That'd be the way to do it.
I'll get stuck in.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Crack a cold one. I have written down, my power is back on, but that's not too exciting because we've already talked about it. I would say crack a cold one just goes to seeing everyone in the office and seeing everyone in the greater Nashville area being so happy to help, so happy to assist, seeing people's stories of, hey, our house is available. We have a back house. We have firewood. If anybody needs a ride, we're walking to come record this. And Ryan, 2-time employee of the month here at Bussin', pulls up with JP and Coop in the back of his car. And I'm just like, dude, I just love seeing that kind of stuff. Just like the community coming together. Nashville's already a great community, but it's really cool to see it in person and to like see that physical manifestation of it. So shout out to good people being good people.
Yeah, man. I'll drink to that.
Hey,
Shirley Temple Olipop to that.
I will gladly drink to that.
All right, we have a lot of we have a lot of write-ins this week that we can get to.
We just skipped over it. Apologies. I'm sure the listeners will understand.
They understand.
We had a lot to get off our chest.
Except for there's a couple haters out there. We got another hater to add to the Rolodex.
Start
should start with that?
Yeah.
All right, so we had another hater.
Phoenix, you're not alone, brother.
Uncle Jack, which is tough. Chef Jack, like this name Jack.
It doesn't represent.
Yeah,
This
no
comes
relation.
from
I'm
Jack,
not an uncle.
Jack Dent's tweets. This was yesterday, right? Early in the day yesterday, or after the Matt Leinart clip.
This was after, we had posted, you had talked about last week about Matt Leinart. Matt quote tweeted it with a beautiful paragraph. Like, it was a really cool moment. This was a direct correlation to you guys having a nice moment about being dads.
Yeah. Which shout out Matt Leinart for quote tweeting and then shouting out for the dads as well. Would love to have Matt Leinart on. This comes from Jack Dent's tweets. Yes, ... It's something I've been asking for ever since the kid was born. Please give me more multi-millionaire media personalities that share their family's victories. It's entirely uplifting and doesn't need to stay private in the least. More videos and photos. They're better.
I forgot about the more videos and photos.
And to think too, he said since this kid was born, I think he's a father.
This is a PT sicko?
Acting like a toddler.
Oh no.
It's a PT sicko. Oh, he's not a PT sicko.
He's not a PT sicko.
He doesn't represent he's just a dad. He's just a hater dad that
floating in the ether.
Maybe his power's out. I have no clue, but some negativity in his heart, some hate in his heart that feels the need to say, we don't need more family victories from multimillionaires. What are we doing?
I love that aspect of it because if you get on Facebook or my Facebook, it's just littered with family updates, essentially.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is. And I just laughed at myself when I initially read that tweet and said, oh, I forgot that when you make a lot of money, you can't post about your family anymore. That's the new rule.
Yeah. I already hate you for making a lot of money. And now that I have a kid and you have a kid, I hate that you are now sharing a success or victories of trying to be a parent, that you feel the way I feel when having a good moment with your kid.
Yeah, don't be a human being, dude.
Yeah, don't be a human being. Listen, Uncle Jack here, he's having a tantrum online.
He is.
And he's lucky. He's lucky my internet was out.
Yeah.
Because I would have had to tuck him in. You don't want to see family victories? Okay, fine. Let me show you a couple of my personal ones. I would have tucked him in the guest room where some of my accolades hang up, and I would have laid him to the side. I would have been like, it would have been dark in the room, and I would just flicker. I would have just pushed the flashlight. The flashlight would have came on and be like, okay, let's talk about my victories.
Yeah.
You see that game ball from the New York Giants back in 2020?
Yeah.
4 tackles on special teams.
Hey, you see that Washington Commanders Cup that you received for playing 10 years in the league?
Did you, Jack, did you get a cup from Washington?
Oh, Jack, do you need extra kisses? You need extra kisses before you go night-night.
Uncle Jack needs more love in his life.
He does.
Because it pains me when I see people project like that online.
Yeah, dude.
It pains me.
I did.
Maybe I'll still tuck him in.
I held off because I mean, Commander showed the pants, by the way. He's in full general.
Oh, yeah.
He can stand on the chair. he's in true PT6 Commander outfit. I held off because I was like, I'll let Will lead. But I did have to reply.
You can just get in a fight. If there's a PT6er out there, you don't need the green light. Yeah. If you want to like make people, you want to make us aware. But listen, if we got to mobilize the military, we got to mobilize the military. If I'm out of internet, you're the next guy in charge.
Well, so what I did is I played it safe, but I played it smart. And I said, I'm going to do a little inside joke here because the PT sickos are going to know what I'm talking about. And I replied, Phoenix, is that you? Got a bunch of likes. I was like, okay, good. That one.
People are in on the joke.
Yeah, people are in on the joke. And then Derek...
he sent multiple tweets at me because Sherm said, Phoenix,
Derek.
is that you? And I said, nothing screams Phoenix like retweeting your own post. Because if he goes to this guy's feed, every single post he tweets out, he retweets from his thing. And so
gotta get the stats up.
He replied instantly. He said, or having a putz name like Deke. And then that's been seen by 23 whole people. Then a second later, he tweets again, it's about the algorithm. Settle down, Deke, with a face rolling his eyes. And then he sent another one at Sherm specifically.
Oh, what did he say?
He said it was just a GIF and it says good one.
Oh, to my Phoenix
to your thing. Yeah, it was one of those. And I texted you guys. I said, fish on. Because I had hoped you had internet at that point. Yeah. This guy, to send 2 at me, I sat there and waited to see if he was going to retweet those tweets. He did not yet. So this guy, I think he's just having a tough time. He's probably not the best, guy. Yeah. So he's just like, you know what? Will doesn't get to play 10 years and have a Washington Cup and have a beautiful family. No, I'm taking this out.
No, dude, because that would be too unfair. That'd be too unfair.
I did because I saw everybody in my mentions too. Like I was obviously mobilizing a targeted attack on AT&T.
Yeah.
And I see everybody when I'm talking about the internet being out, like get Starlink. I did make a run to Home Depot last night and got my hands on a Starlink.
Yeah.
So I was like, how do we do this thing? I'm like, I have no clue. I was like, let's just read the box. Good step-by-step process on how to get it. And I have it just sitting out right now by the pool, just in the ice, like in the snow, just sitting out by the pool, pointing up to the sky. It's like get a spot where there's not a lot of trees or buildings around, or up on a roof if you can. I'm like, I can't get my ass up on a roof right now. So I'm just sitting it, and then I'm sitting there with my app, the Starlink app, and it's like, okay, let's navigate to see if it's in a good spot. I'm like doing the entire sky, following all the dots to where it green lights, and I hit okay, and it's like bad signal. This is just gonna have to work. I got the wire running from the back porch out to the out to work and just set up by the pool. But I got trees all around in the backyard, the house sitting right behind it. And I just got it sitting there pointing up to the sky. But it's worked enough to where I was able to get back online a little bit.
Yeah. Enough to get in the trenches and walk somebody.
Because the stress of, obviously in my personal selfish world of just wanting the internet, whether it's for gooning over the weekend, which we didn't get to play any video games, watching movies or TV, because there's a thought too, when you're barricaded in the house, it's like rules are off. Like, hey, let's watch some movies together. Rue can have a little bit more screen time.
Unlimited TV coupons.
Yeah, we're barricaded in this house and we're going to we got the frozen foods to heat up pizza or pizza rolls. I'm introducing pizza rolls into Rue's life. Oh. She loves them.
Oh, yeah.
And, you're thinking about all these family moments you're going to have. Like, hey, we're going to be iced in. School's going to be canceled. All the fun that comes with being in a storm and not being able to go anywhere. So when the internet's off, personally, I'm like, oh, this sucks. But having like an internet business, trying to communicate with everybody on what the schedule is going to be, but also for Charo, like operating bar 3 and like canceling classes and communicating with her team. One of her team members is in a hotel, but the hotel didn't have Wi-Fi. Just team members kind of scattered throughout Nashville. Like, what's everything going to be? She needs access to internet to run her business stuff. So it was not having the AT&T really just chapped our asses and put a wrench in the whole thing.
People don't like. Internet's one of those things that once you do lose it, same with like power. It's like, the old saying of like, oh, you don't need it. Like we used to do it. It's like, no, now that life is like, I remember 2021 Christmas Day, if all the AT&T users, when that car bomb went off, like that sucked. I sat at home and it's like, it's not fun. Like,
and also too, it's like, we were doing a bunch of reading. There's a bunch of quiet times, bunch of like, hey, let's play games, like cooking and cleaning up. Like the kids are always wanting snacks or food of some sort at any time of the day. And we're also just not like employees to where we might hear something and be like, okay, we don't have to go in. Or we're just like, hey, it's going to be too bad outside. We're just going to not go in and hey, we're barricaded in. Like we're also running teams to where you have to communicate outwardly with people to kind of get a schedule, check and make sure everybody's all right. Like all these things going on. So when the internet was out, I was like, man, this is we got to find a way to get some type of internet to get AT&T back online, handling a tech coming out, or when we were able to get out of the house, like go and get our hands on like a Starlink. So that way it's like at home today, I had to go and pick up our childcare at 7:30 in the morning. Drive her to our house because her car was stuck in a parking lot because she tried getting out the day before, sliding around everywhere. So her vehicle's just stuck in the parking lot. She had to walk back home. And so I pick her up, bring her to the house.
Poor thing.
Got the Starlink with the bad signal at least set up so Char can get some work done. But yeah, the internet going down was just, it's not like we just got to sit with our, sit on our hands. We had to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah. Starlink would have been another great scene in that documentary I pitched earlier. I, again, just would have loved to see you walking aimlessly in your backyard. The sky.
You're like walking it through, and a buddy of mine that I'm texting with, because he reached out to me. He put in like over a decade of time. Shout out Brandon Wisdom with AT&T. And within 15 minutes of my video going out, he texts me. And he's like, I messaged the CEO and president of AT&T. Are you still without internet? I'm like, yeah, we've been out for like 30 hours. And he's like, do you have access to a Starlink? I'm like, I just got my hands on one. He's like, he's like, you're going to have to get it on a roof. I'm like, on a roof? And we're like laughing. I ain't got to get up on the roof with all the ice out there. And so I'm just walking through how I can get this Starlink set up. Yeah. I'm like, all right, where's the most sky visibility around my house? And I'm just walking outside with just a t-shirt on and then these pants and boots. And just like sitting down and like looking up at the sky. And I'm like, all right, sweetheart, you got the app downloaded? Because she was like, can you just download the app? I'm like, I don't have data. I'm not able to. I don't have internet. Yeah. She downloads it and I'm like looking on the app. And she's, you got to go outside and it's like scan the sky. I'm just out there.
Oh my God.
Peppering all the little dots it has. Bad connection. Let's just see if it works.
Hey, let's run it again. Yeah. Let's run it again. Charles, get on my shoulders really quick. You hold it up there. Get up there.
So we got to get it on the roof.
We got to
get the ladder.
Go get Scotty.
Sliding down off the roof.
Scotty. Scotty, climb up there. You got it. You got it. Oh my God, dude. What was I think? Oh, the other thing that just made me laugh so hard was how correct AT&T came on Twitter of like knowing what Will did to Expedia 2 years ago. And AT&T replies in 1 minute. It's like, hey, 51, how's it going, man? Hope you get, hey, we gonna take care of you, man. We love you. We love you, 51. I'm like, oh my
What did I say? I'm hearing that it's 2 weeks. Surely you can help. Surely you can do a little bit better than this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, send me the DM or whatever it was. But then I was already gung-ho and wanting to
They were
make
operating,
a little entertaining video.
operating out of fear.
Yeah. Because by the time I put that out, I was already on their website looking up their core values. I was looking up their core values and purpose statement.
I told our family friends that we were staying with about your Expedia thing, dude. They were bawling. They're like, have any other places like come up in the office? I was like, well, the Chipotle by the office needs to, like, they're riding the line right now.
Yeah.
They mess over Will, it won't be good because they've already messed over the office.
Yeah. When Sean and I got out, she was in one of her Bar 3 studios. I was sitting out because Rue was napping in the truck.
The core values.
And so I'm sitting out there with Charles checking on the internet and everything going on with their studios. Once we got out yesterday, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, this is a perfect time because I have service now. And I'm just on the AT&T website, like screenshotting, looking up their core values, their purpose statement. But the other, oh yeah, this will be a great angle. Talking about customer first service, talking about move faster, act boldly.
He's got
Send one of your texts out there to boldly get their little ass on the telephone pole and fix the power line.
Honey, Scotty threw up pizza again. 1 second.
Make it a video.
Give me a minute. Hey, Rue, come out here. Hold the phone.
Their purpose statement was like, what is it? Connecting people to greater possibilities.
Ooh.
And I'm like, hey, you're connecting to a possibility of my foot up your ass.
That poor CEO texting
Because when
your
I'm
buddy.
texting with my boy too, I'm like, he's like, she's responding, they're embarrassed, blah blah blah. And I'm like, let him know my humor of everything as well.
Bro, there's a CEO in Malibu right now on the edge of
He
sent her a video of mine. He said she's seen it. She's connecting to a senior vice president right now in the area.
God.
Some mid-level executive at AT&T is having the shittiest Tuesday of their life right now, trying to figure out how to get Will Compton's AT&T service and Wi-Fi back up.
Before he continues to post on the internet.
Expedia was trending #1 on Twitter for a day of how terrible they were because of this man. You do everything in your power to get AT&T back to this guy's house. I mean, truly.
If it gives you any credence, I've been on storm response social media teams in my past. You are like guys like me's worst fucking nightmare because we are sitting there and I'm thinking like, here's little old Derek, no calloused hands. Like I'm not out there, but I'm like, da-dee-da-dee-da, like we'll be there in a minute. Send us your info. And then here comes somebody with a large following.
Yeah,
He's like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And everyone in that building's like, is Will Compton over there?
Like, shit, this dude's got a lot of followers. It's like the influencers of the world that actually say something because they're responding, hey, DM us. People might have like a lower follower count or whatever.
Off their page. They say to DM us because they don't want you to send it to the masses. They want it very localized. And you said, fuck you.
Yeah. I should have said at the end too, because on Expedia, like when I did the first video on Expedia, and I was like, you got 24 hours to respond, like while I'm sipping wine, trying to create an Italian experience because we were supposed to be in Italy already.
Yes. Oh my God.
Bro, the Expedia one was crazy. That's where we got there. We had our flight info. We had everything. We went to check in. They're like, oh, we don't have you in the computers. We're like,
Yes.
what? Like, here's our ticket right here. Like, here's the seat we're on. Here's everything.
Well, and Expedia was basically calling you a liar at one point. Like they were truly
it was,
like being
it was
like,
something like, yeah, you're not in our system.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, bullshit. Like, here's the confirmation. Here's everything.
Yeah.
Because we went through the third party and everybody's like, oh, you used Expedia and yada, yada, yada. I don't think I got no clue. It's like, it's how we booked it. It's how the wifey booked it. Not to throw her under the bus because I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, book this travel.
yeah.
We weren't privy to having whether it was travel agent or going through the sites themselves. It's like, again, a learning experience of like, using the right third party
people
services.
were going after you for the Expedia thing. I know we're going off on a tangent, but I agree with you that I don't think that's a crazy thought to go through any type of Travelocity, Expedia to be able to bundle hotels, bundle
Expedia's
flights.
always been great. Priceline, I've always used it traveling to Nebraska and Missouri back when I was in college.
Yeah.
Finding deals where you can find deals. But that day we were in the airport for like 4 hours and I got Rue in the stroller. This one, she's like,
Little.
you know, I'm going to butcher the age. She was little, but I got her sleeping. She's having fun. But, you know, it's just like chaos. We're supposed to be in the air to Italy. We're not in the flight. We're not in any of the travel information. So we're having to go back home and sort it out and figure out, are we even going to be able to get to Italy for our trip?
Yeah.
And we spent like thousands of dollars to go there, and we're not in the air right now to go to Italy.
That might need to be our new, whenever we refer to our kids in the past, instead of saying their age, that was back when she was little.
No, that might have to be a rear view mirror with Beeman, reliving the Expedia moment.
Oh, that would be a really good one. That is.
We got to get back on track. Got to keep it under an hour.
Have to. We have some new dads.
New dad comments. I got one here from R. McCullen.
Yeah.
R. McCullen HNS on Spotify. Again, Spotify comments. You guys know I'm obsessed with the Spotify comments right now. We had like when I checked last week, within like the first 48 hours, like over 150. Shout out everybody, the community growing on Spotify.
Come on.
This one, again, my brother-in-law and I are both high school basketball coaches, different schools, going head to head tomorrow night. Box of diapers on the line. Stay tuned. Dude, shout out. That's some good competitive PT6 lore right there.
And not only that, Will, that is actually Ryan McCullen, the exact same Ryan McCullen that called in with the Oreo debacle on one of our previous episodes. That's him. And his baby was either delivered right now as we're recording this or tomorrow when the sode comes out.
Oh, so that's amazing.
He is like new dad.
What
officially.
are the odds there would be another R. McCullen? We don't have verification that is him, but Sherm has a note about a Ryan McCullen who was the Oreo guy. You have a note about R. McCullen in yours. We are assuming they're the same person.
Yes.
It feels pretty good about it.
Okay. I love it, though. I love that him and his brother-in-law, like this is a family competition right here.
Yeah.
Winner of this game. This is diapers. We got diapers on the line.
Yeah. So if that is you, Ryan, you are a true sicko. And also congratulations to you and wifey. And we hope that everything went well during delivery. I have Michael Suk 4654 on YouTube. He said, boys, been listening since day one. Since then, we found out that we are expecting in April. The baby prep is in full swing, and I look forward to this every week to help my dad prep. 3 months to go. Wife is nesting and the projects are piling up. Good. Renovation kitchen. Good. Nursery build. Good. I'm fine. LOL. Michael, prayers up, dude. Prayers up. And
He's in it.
You did it, and just keep knocking out those projects.
Yeah. And again, the good mentality's got to be at the top of the brain. Top of the brain.
Have to. Anytime she brings up a new project, you say, we've needed to do that for years. Let's go knock it out right now. Today, right now. I'll go get dressed.
Good. Power goes out in Nashville. Good. Stuck in the house. Good. Power's out at the house. Good. Generator kicks on. Good. It's flickering. Lights are going out. You're in a little bit of a panic. Good. Let's figure it out. Let's solve it.
Yeah.
English bulldog won't go outside to shit because it's too cold and there's ice on the ground. Good. Shit
That's
in the house.
really good.
Even better.
That's really good.
Last night we were about to go to bed and Waffle's got 8 different spots that Waffle dropped all over the house. Living room, by the bathroom, by the door, in the kitchen. I'm thinking, how in the hell did Waffle sneak this around us? I stepped in it. Good.
Oh, man.
This one's from Justin Goodman on Spotify. Willy and Sherm. I've drunk Olipop. I bought the merch. I've taken out the trash. I've enjoyed every Pizza Friday, and I've done my best to raise my 7-month-old little girl, Parker. I can agree with almost everything on this show, with the exception that the automatic booger sucker is a gift from God. Little Parker needs to be put in a full Nelson, 1 leg over her chest, and 2 hands holding her head in place to make it work. It's Guantanamo torture to her. Be careful, Willy. Hey, I'm happy to hear that because last night, again, like after we played outside on Saturday,
Yeah.
Scotty was catching like a runny nose and stuffy nose, boogers coming out everywhere all the time. So we had to use the snot sucker over the weekend. And damn it, bro, I still haven't gotten the automatic snot
automatic
sucker.
one. Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, this is one where I've like, it's on the docket to get, but I haven't put the intention behind it to actually buy the automatic snot sucker. So we had to use the manual one again and again. To my man's point, Guantanamo torture. Like I'm sitting there holding her little arms down, wedging her head in between my forearms to hold her still while she just screams.
Oh,
Thinking,
yeah.
if we just had the automatic snot sucker, our life would be good. But truth right here, it just doesn't work. It might not work that way.
Well, and it's the Indian, not the arrow, as they say. Like some kids might, just hate no matter what's going on. But the only thing that I will say is it takes one hand and one step out of the process. So now that full Nelson that you have to do it's a little bit easier to do the full Nelson because you're not also having to, as you're doing it, you got two hands.
Yeah. Not running out of breath because it is a 2-man job with the manual snot sucker on Scotty.
Oh, for sure.
Like I'll pick her up, trying to mess with her. She's like reaching up over my head, like grabbing my hair.
Yeah.
She's a fighter.
Well, and I was a bit of a used car salesman as far as the automatic snot sucker goes of saying like, oh, Scarlett loves it. She does love it, but I do have my moments where the trick is getting their head right in this elbow right here.
Yeah.
So now they're trapped right there. Now automatic snot suckers in here. We're not leaning on baby. We're not crushing baby, but we just got baby right here. I'm probably holding on to both arms with this hand right here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And just like protecting the football, you got 3 points of contact established.
Oh yeah. And if you want to add that 4th point of contact, if you're an absolute sicko, throw the chin in there. It's just an option. I'm not a professional.
That's game.
Jacob Simpson, 8540 on YouTube. He said, sorry, Sherm. Did you say bear or pear? So we're at it again. I got to get my B's and P's figured out, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that people listening to this right now just heard me say P's and P's or B's and B's. Because apparently I can't differentiate.
What's the emoji this week that we're going to rock? You saw a lot of them coming in.
Did you get the list I sent you?
Oh, did you send me a list of B and P?
No, I sent you a list, you and Chef, a list of 50 emojis that could be one thing or another based off their title. And so, I don't know. There's a couple in there you might want to
What are some of the options?
Peach and Beach was one in there. Corn and Horn. Bread and Bed. Garlic and Garment. Some of these are a little loose. Cheese and Bees. So...
Hey,
Baguette and Target, which is a little bit of a reach.
I don't know where they got that one. I don't know what should be the emoji. I thought it was hilarious that everybody was throwing phoenixes around, by the way. There was an emoji for phoenixes. Shout out PT Sickos for that.
I think a good emoji to use would be, it's almost like a signal to let the haters know that do navigate into our comment section or want to, have a little bit of hate in their heart. To want to project and post something.
Yeah.
But it's just a reminder that the stock for the dads and PT6 is up. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the emoji, the search bar of the emoji. You're going to type in graph.
Yeah.
Use the ascension graph.
Yeah.
Like the stock is going up for the dads.
Yeah.
That's the emoji this week.
And it couldn't be more true. Very rarely do you find a hater for the starting quarterback of Western Kentucky. If you find one, introduce me to him. But there's going to be a lot of haters of the starting quarterback of USC, the starting quarterback of Ohio State. So the fact that we're getting haters, love it. Bring it on.
We need it.
Also, maybe the mask, the sick emoji, or the puke emoji, -O, sicko.
Okay, so we got two that we could be flirting with.
Two that we're flirting with.
So say yours again.
The puke. We'll do the puke emoji -O, sicko.
Okay. Puke emoji -0.
Yeah.
Wait, -O.
Or gray.
Not 0.
Or 0.
Sounds like a poll.
Sounds like a poll.
Whichever one you guys like more just directly correlates to which
Derek's
host you like more.
Poll.
He loves the polls.
That does sound like a poll, though. I agree. We should do a poll.
All right, we got this is a Hubby shout out from Maddie Oder.
I love these.
Hey, for the Dads team, I am familiar with the pod because my husband often watches and listens to it during our quality time on the weekend. I love that. During our QT time, our quality time on the weekend, he's ripping some For the Dads content.
Yeah.
And Will is from our good old hometown of Bonne Terre, Missouri. So he's a well-known name where we are from. I'm no empty sicko, but I do sometimes join the husband in watching the show. This right here, Dave Oder. Shout out the boy Dave Oder. I'm assuming that is who is writing in. It's his wife, Maddie. But Dave Oder, stud.
Oh, you know
Bonne
Dave
Terre.
Oder.
I know Dave Oder.
Oh, okay,
I know Dave Oder. Hang on. It's not Dave, it's Tyler. Okay. Not Dave Oder. There is a Dave Oder in Bonne Terre.
Great Oder family.
Great Oder family. Great Oder name.
Great family.
I'm messaging to shout out my amazing husband, Tyler, father to one and soon to be two in June. He's the man that does it all. 4 a.m. wake up to work out, 8+ hours of work in the heat and cold to provide, and still comes home to change diapers, cook dinners, and be the teammate I've always needed in my life. He's found a way to balance it all, even if he's never read a car seat manual. ... Good. Thanks, Tyler, for being the amazing man that you are, and thanks for the Dads for being the show he enjoys and can relate to. Mom hack to dads.
What?
Here we go. We got a mom hack for dads coming in.
And she's saying she's not MT6.
Yeah, she's trying to play that off.
Yeah,
she's
come
a
on.
little MT6.
Hey, come on.
Research baby topics ahead of time at each stage in their life. There's nothing more supportive than knowing that dad already has a research-based opinion on a decision we need to make about the kiddos. Dash Maddie. Thank you, Maddie, for writing in. Awesome shout out to Tyler. And also just, hey, shout out Dave Oder.
Hey, shout out the Oder family. Great family.
That is a great mom hack to dads, though. Again, I feel like we allude to this to any dad, soon to be father, is just figuring out whatever baby topics you might be into and hitting some research. But she goes even farther, research baby topics ahead of time at each stage in their life.
Yep. Also, that might be my favorite new kind of like segment that we do on the show. Love the husband shout outs.
Love the hubby shout outs.
Yeah, those are awesome. I have David Nicole -P5F on YouTube. He said, dad hack for the swaddle. Get the Velcro kind. Can wrap the little ones up quickly and effectively before they even know what's going on. Cannot agree more, especially in the early months, because it's all about speed with the swaddle.
All about speed.
All about speed when they're a month old, because as soon as the cold air's hitting them, as soon as something's different and I'm not right here like this and cozy and warm, I'm crying. Doesn't matter. So the faster, the better. I agree. Velcro swaddle.
Yeah.
We used one as well.
But no matter what you're doing, slow until smooth, because smooth is faster than speed.
Hey, is that Dan Gable?
We can say it is.
It might as well
That might be Dan Gable.
That might be Dan Gable. Also, I got a little bonus here. We have a Reddit page that was created by fans that has been catching a lot of traction. So
That's right. Derek
sickos
sent
out
that
there.
link in last week.
Yes, Derek.
So the community's made a Reddit page. And I want to say the one time I did click on it, it said it was made like a while back, but now people are starting to
back in August
catch on to the Reddit page.
Yeah. And Derek found it, and this page is really great. It's just
Before you dive in, Sherm, too,
Go ahead.
You had brought up the best part of it. There's a comment on there. I gave Sherv a comment for the show that's a discussion point, but they actually started to post your winter stuff, and like they're doing really good. And somebody commented and said, wow, I really wish this page was growing faster. And someone said, have you seen how fast the show is growing? This page is next. Just wait. And people have been slowly, dude. I looked at it when I was sad the other day. I was like, I love these people.
I love that, dude. That made
because Reddit, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's purely community based.
Yeah,
that's nothing that we create.
You want it to be community based.
Yeah, okay.
It's a thread where people will go from like r/ and it's r/for the dads pod. There's probably a bunch out there, but you want the community to make and operate it. We don't want to be a part of it other than to go in there and drop some comments and stuff, but we shouldn't be the driver of it. And these people are sickos.
I love the mental thought too. Is like, hey, we're up next.
And these are some Reddit sickos because the page is set up really nicely. It's beautifully r/for the dads podcast. They have a banner where they got PNGs of you and I, like it's a fully custom banner. They got a fully custom logo. And then they have little flare. Do you know how Reddit works with the flares?
Not really. What's like a flare, like emoji?
A flare is like how you would categorize your post that you're about to make. And so to give some examples, episode discussion is a flare. Dad hack is a flare. Crack a cold one is a flare. Good is a flare. I'm like, okay, these guys get it.
So those flares or whatever, those are created?
Yeah, those are created.
One thing we can do too, obviously we read comments and stuff like that, but
yeah,
just to give love to that page, like we'll be able to pull, anytime we want a dad hack, we'll just shout out. We could shout out the
we
Reddit
can pull
page.
them off the Reddit
that comes
page.
from the Reddit page.
Absolutely. And that's the whole point of like the community, that it will build itself.
Yeah.
So if there are any PT sickos listening to this episode right now, r/for the dads podcast, go check it out. These guys built a really pretty page and they post quite frequently.
I love that, man. Because we want to give love to each pocket that's out there in the community. Like I know we've been really shouting out the Spotify community, and we've always kind of shouted out the YouTube community. But again, I know like Apple. I don't know if Apple has like a chat.
They have reviews.
Yeah,
and
you can
people
leave
Like
reviews.
the 5-star, and that's kind of it. Also, over 200 comments on Spotify.
Damn.
Over 200 from last week's episode. I did see that we went down to 4.9 because of Phoenix.
Oh,
Because we were at 5-star rating.
Phoenix.
Good.
Yeah, good. Got a 1-star, brought us down to 4.9. But yeah, any community that's out there, like we're searching. So I'm glad we came across the Reddit page.
Same. And to use that example exactly like you said, this is a discussion from the Reddit page I'll read very quickly. Episode 33 discussion, advice you've taken to heart. In this week's episode, Will quotes, "Be a thermostat, not a thermometer," really struck home with me as I negotiate with a growing 4-year-old and 2-year-old. We have a lot of emotions flying around, and oftentimes I have to remind myself to be calm. It got me thinking about all the advice that parents are given and get. My favorite is the comment, "Cherish this, you'll miss it one day." While I don't doubt that, right now, I am not cherishing this tantrum. What is one piece of advice that has recently hit home with you? And Bossman 28894 replied, "It's not so much of a quote, but something my father said a few times. The first time sticking out the most. He passed away over a year ago, and we're now expecting our first child. I wish I could hear his advice now, but we had a great relationship and bond that I can carry on lessons to my children. One day when we were driving somewhere, he went, 'I'm not really afraid of death. What will I know or feel? I'll be dead. What scares me the most is not being able to hang out with you and your brother. I love you boys, and just sitting on couch watching a game or traveling is what I love most. I hope you have that relationship with your son one day or daughter. You know what I mean.' He by no means was the I have to be your friend type of father, but he walked that tightrope of respect, love, friendship that I hope I can model with my family. Not really a quote, but something I found meaningful."
That's incredible.
So that right there is just a little taste of stuff that the community's already doing on that Reddit page, which is really awesome and fun to see.
Who did they say who wrote that?
Bossman 28894.
Oh, we appreciate that, boss man.
Yeah, great word.
Yeah, it's always tough. Like you're in the moments where you're not cherishing, or you're running on fumes, or you're a little annoyed. It's very easy to fall into the thermometer side of things. What I try and do best, I do my best to stay poised when I know I'm like getting pissed off and I need to be a little bit more stern with Rue. But a lot of times it'll be like, say I leave the room and it's bedtime. And she was having a hard time on it actually last night when I went to Home Depot and got my hands on the Starlink like Charles. I did her bedtime and then left.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to go to sleep. She wanted to do like a sleepover. And so mom had to be up there trying to put her down. And when I got home, it's like she was still crying and everything else. And I just went up there and laid with her, even though I was like, Rue, like, sweetheart, we need to go to bed. But I was hearing Rue communicate me, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. And I basically told him, like, hey, let's just lay up here. Hey, you don't have to go to sleep. But I don't want to go to sleep. Sweetheart, you don't have to go to sleep. Like, let's just lay here, dead out, rub your arm, and let's just calm down, because she was kind of hyperventilating a little bit. I just kind of laid there with her. That was one where I went in the room with intention of like, thermostat, stay poised.
Yeah.
Hey, she kind of needs something. If I'm like in it and then I leave the room and I'm kind of reflecting on, I wish I would have done that better. It's more of just a conversation you have with yourself after the fact.
Yes, dude.
And then maybe the next morning, if you feel inclined to, say, hey, I'm sorry when I was in your room last night and Dad acted this way. I should have stayed a lot more calm and helped you work through that tantrum or whatever it was. But here's what I need from you the next time we do that to help remind Dad that, or whatever it is, make him a part of the solution as well. So you're not just putting everything like, hey, I'm sorry, I should have been sweeter to you. And you're just apologizing to them. It's like you're figuring out the solution with them. Here's what Dad is going to need from you next time. Because when we're, power's out or we're doing this and we don't have, I know you've been wanting to watch TV. We don't have TV and we played bear all day long. I know you wanted to play more bear, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like whenever it is time to wind down and go to bed, here's where Dad, I need your help. And so that way you're kind of setting the stage for the next time it happens. But a lot of times you're not going to be able to appreciate and be in tune every moment. It's just that's going to be impossible. It's just always having those conversations with yourself after the fact to where you can handle it better the next time. Like I always know that I'm trying to stay more in the thermostat lane. Because like with my wife, God bless, she's all time. She's a badass. But I'm saying at times I'll know when she's annoyed or outwardly like upset about stuff.
Yeah.
And she'll know she'll know that things are weighing on me because I get more internal. Like I'll be quiet to where it's like she'll just do a check-in like, hey, how you doing? How you doing, babe? How you doing without internet? Or how you doing? I'm just thinking of recent stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how you doing being cooped up in the house? And I'm like, I'm solid. Like, I'm fine. Like, I wish X, Y, and Z, but I just immediately say something like, oh, it could be way worse. And then we more so go from the gratitude angle. But whenever she's like checking in and asking me, it's like, there's almost like a little thing going off in my head that I'm being solid right now, even though she knows that like things might be like, I'm not having the most upbeat personality because I'm just trying to stay even keel about everything to where I'm like, all right, I'm doing solid at being a thermostat versus being reactive to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Those things will come out where I just kind of stay reserved or internalize something that might be going on. Or it's like, bro, Scotty, come on. Rue, come on, dude.
Yes, dude.
Waffle. God, waffle.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
That's been a sneaky lesson on this podcast that I've really taken to heart as far as like being able to apply it to my life is the extra 5 seconds that I'll take in the car before I get out of the car, like coming home from work or whatever, of like, no matter what you're walking into, like you said, be a thermostat, you're going to be able to take on any storm. Have a positive attitude, be a loving husband to Jill, be a loving father to Scarlett. Don't rush, take your time, be in the moment. I'll do that when I pull up to the hotel later today to go bring all those bags back down to the car and just, hey, this is gonna suck, but we're gonna have the best attitude and we're gonna pick up Scarlett as soon as we see her, play with her, talk to her in the hotel before we start going.
Dude,
So
I caught a big dub over the weekend.
what happened?
And it was just Charo, my wife, simply saying, sweetheart, I've been impressed. Like, this is the most, I guess, manly.
What?
Manly, like, this is the most I've seen you, like, essentially what she's saying, this is the most you've been a man in a situation.
What?
With all the power outings and everything
Will!
else. Willy One Shelf evolved. I went from a Charmander to a Charmander to a
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
Yeah.
I went from a Charmander to a Charmeleon with
Let's
that comment.
go.
I was fired up. Because a lot of the times too, because she's like, hey, last week when I'm saying, when we were in LA for that Samcom,
Yeah.
and I'm reading about the storm that's coming in, I just simply texted her. I'm like, hey, I'm uneasy about this storm coming in. She's like, I can tell. She's like, what's making you so uneasy? Like when we were talking about it, I was like, I just know that I have no clue how to operate at times and all the chaos. I just know we need to be prepared based on everything that we're hearing with like, I want to get salt. I want to do all the things that we can do that you guys are educating me on as well to like winterize the house for what's happening. Because a lot of times I have no clue I just know, hey, let's throw on some camo pants. Let's get the boots on. Like what work needs to be done outside. Like they're watching me out the windows, kind of salt the driveway. But that comment from my wife,
Come on, man.
There was a lot of pride in that.
That's a huge moment for One Shelf. I was going to say it earlier in the podcast and forgot to. Let's not glaze over the fact that One Shelf was kicking ass with the Generac.
I got a Generac 24K watt.
I mean, you had MacGyver on the phone as you were defusing the bomb. That's no easy task.
I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
We have call-ins that I'll get to. Just one.
Where are we at on time? We not under an hour?
We're like
a little bit, just a tad over.
Tad over an hour. Are we coming up close on 2?
Yeah, we're getting close.
Are we?
Yeah, we've been rolling.
That means we've been having fun.
I mean, a lot of content. There was a lot of content this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you got to salt this. Shut up. You don't do salt on the driveway. It's going to ruin the jet. Shut up.
You do it after. You don't do it before. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Dude.
Oh, this comes from Uncle Jack, the guy that tweeted us. He called in. Not really.
Oh, okay. It's like, what?
Boys, it's me again, Andy. After that podcast, I had to call in and give a little more info about myself. Also, to let you know that my wife absolutely loved the call in, loved the reaction. I think she watched it like 10 plus times. Sherm, you guessed incorrectly. I'm about 800
hang on.
miles
Sorry. Pause it.
Right. I'm honored you
pause
think
it.
I'm a Texan.
Go back 10 seconds.
Honey, we're recording a podcast. Is everything okay? We're almost done, I promise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to kind of make a plan. I thought y'all recorded at 8:30, so I'm sorry. I thought y'all were done.
We did, and you know what? We do record at 8:30, and this is a really long episode. We need to wrap it up, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
I will rescue you from the hotel.
It's fine. I'm going stir crazy with the dogs and Scarlett. We're hungry.
We got to wrap it up. Jill, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up.
I love you. I love you.
Love you, Jill.
I love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
All right, play the voice. We got to call her.
Also, to let you know that my wife absolutely loved the call in, loved the reaction. I think she watched it like 10 plus times. Sherm, you guessed incorrectly. I'm about 800 miles to the right. I'm honored you think I'm a Texan, but I'm actually from a little town called Gaffney, South Carolina. So this is redneck that you hear.
Legend.
Went to Gaffney High School, played O-line. So, Will, you're exactly right. I love the A-gap. I also take it as a compliment that y'all think I'm older and wiser. I'm actually 27. Tuesday I'll be 28. So happy birthday
there
to
you
myself.
go.
We don't have any children yet, but we got one boy that's on the way. That's due at the end of March, and I can't wait to run the Oklahoma drill with him. And real quick on the last episode, y'all were talking about prepping for winter storm, or basically for me, any kind of storm.
He's about to have some
and that's kind of right up my alley. I work for the power company in Western North Carolina. And so anytime there's a potential winter storm or hurricane, anything like that, I actually have to leave and go help restore power. Last time I had to leave for Hurricane Helene, I was gone for a month.
Oh, shit.
And so we weren't fully prepared for that. Thankfully, that time it was just my wife here, but she didn't have power for 2 weeks. So this time, we are more prepared than ever. Getting ready for this winter storm now. Got the propane tanks full, gas jugs full, generators good to go. I'd already went to the grocery store. Laundry and dishes are done. I'm about to go in here now, meal prep some food for her. That way all she has to do is heat it up.
Bro.
I think all men should prepare like this for their families. Prepare like you're going to leave and you don't know when you're going to come back. Even if you are fortunate enough to stay home, play in the snow, and be with your family, you should still be fully prepared for the worst case scenario. Will, you said it before, failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
Oh, yeah.
And around here,
Gable.
failure is not an option. Boys, y'all be safe. God bless. Andy out.
He's a first responder. He's a frontline guy. He's a frontline guy. Shout out to those guys too. Again, NES has been working overtime. They've been grabbing other workers from throughout the region to help come and help.
They've been grabbing Andes, essentially.
Yeah, to come get some extra support for the city of Nashville. I do feel like the frontline cats like him, they've been on it as much as they can here in Nashville.
Bro, I'm telling you, those dads out there, like the Uncle Jacks of the world there on Twitter, like would shit their pants if they ran into an Andy, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sicko.
That is crazy that he's 27.
That's crazy. We got
That's an old soul right there.
That's an old soul. And we got to send him. We send merch to all of our voicemail that we play, but we'll make sure we take care of Andy with some good stuff. Probably a bigger guy too if he was playing O-line. I can hear it in his voice too. Oh, well, yeah, bigger guy, not like bigger guy for sure. And shout out Gamecocks. I'm sure JP would love to know that he's a South Carolina Gamecock. I have a topic quote or lesson of the week. Do you have one, Willie C?
I'm looking up a Dan Gable quote because I know we have to get rolling.
We have to get rolling for Jill.
We have to get rolling for Jill.
I'll read my thing. This comes with the story. There's a mantra that my family has had for years because my mom was in New York City. She saw a mother and daughter on the side of the street in busy Manhattan, and they were sobbing, crying, and they were holding each other as my mom is walking by in busy Manhattan. And the mom pushed the daughter out like this and held her. And my mom heard her say, "Listen, all that matters is that we're together." And that's been our quote for all time. All that matters is that we're together. And that really applied this week. Life will never go to plan. Plans will always change. Things will break. Not every day will feel like a win. In fact, you'll have a ton of losses. And in those wins and losses, one thing remains, and that's the people that you are surrounded by, your spouse, your kids, your family and loved ones, or even your dear friends. Being together doesn't mean everything is easy or perfect. Oftentimes, the true growth in our lives comes from the deepest trenches. When the person beside you knows that you have their back and that you have, and that they have yours. I messed that up. Years from now, you won't remember the schedule, the score, or the money. You'll remember the people who were with you in the trenches, there at the dinner table, in the car on a long road trip full of tears, or in the living room with no power and the fireplace roaring. When life feels heavy or too much to bear, come back to what matters most, the people around you. Stay close, stay present, stay together, because that's what lasts. And that also reminded me of a Dan Gable quote, Will. He said, "My coaches were great, my mom and my dad. And my dad never missed a wrestling meet." Dan Gable.
Hey, well done. Well done, bro. That was very good.
Thank you.
My Dan Gable quote comes from Dan Gable. Listen to this now. Get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out. A lot of my intensity in wrestling was due to my mental preparation before the matches. I got myself into a different world. How does that encompass?
Yeah, well, how's that apply?
Everything going on. It's what my man Andy just said.
Yeah.
On the call in. Just rewrite this quote. A lot of my intensity in the storm was due to my mental preparation before the storm hits.
Yeah.
I got myself into a different world. So essentially, you're planning at all times. You prepare for the worst, you hope for the best. And so that mental preparation before the storm hits is what's going to carry you through that storm.
Yes.
Whether it's an ice storm, tornado, hurricane,
waffle shits all over the floor,
thunderstorm, whatever it is, black ice storm.
Scotty's up on the roof with the Starlink.
Any storm that we say good to.
Yeah.
That intensity comes from the mental preparation that you do before it hits. Even if you're about to have a newborn, that's a storm, a newborn storm.
That is.
The preparation you put in before the newborn comes, like when we're getting tricks of the trade, the mom hack earlier.
Yeah.
Do some research before this stage of life with your kiddo.
Yeah.
So that way wifey knows you're bought in. You know you're bought in. You know you're prepared to handle what comes with this next stage. Dan Gable.
Dan Gable.
PTC.
Yes.
I apologize. I don't want to hijack. My parents watch this. They just put down the family dog mid-show.
Oh,
So
no.
go home, hug your boys, hug your girls, hug your doggos. Very, very sad. But a Dan Gable quote to match that is, "My valleys are higher than most people's peaks." And so we are here. My dad and mom watch this. It's really hard. It's been the dog for 16 years. So love you guys very much. Yeah. So
Dude,
sorry to bring the mood. It's like go hug the fucking shit out of Waffle.
man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry for your parents too. This was a big one in your life. Obviously, 16 years. You've been removed from this
Senior
dog
year
for how
of
long?
college dog, and every time I go back, and so this Christmas.
So is this the dog that you had in college?
No. They got it my senior year
Okay.
and brought it to the house and would hang out.
Yeah.
This was the reason we wanted to go home this Christmas. It was time. It was an old.
I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, that's life. It happens. Just hug.
And
hug the shit
as
out of
far
your
as
dogs.
a parenthood stage 2, you're off at college. They get a dog to just get another family member
Yeah.
while they're empty nesters. That's tough. bro.
What was Doggo's name, if you don't mind? Loki? And what
Loki?
breed?
golden.
Golden.
A family dog.
Haven't got good one, dude. Got a good one.
Hug your family. Hug your dogs. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week. If you are in Nashville, stay safe, stay warm,
Yes.
stay salty. BT6 out.